Hi College Now and Falcon Tech instructors. Welcome to the first of several videos on transitioning to remote teaching and learning. And today's video should be pretty short and sweet. I want to make sure you know your contact information and your resources. So I'll show you resources in just a minute. I'm going to switch over to a browser to remind you about Desire to Learn resources. Even if you're using Schoology or Google Classroom or some other learning management system, I think looking through Desire to Learn resources, especially the Instructional Design Center information, might be helpful to you just in terms of figuring out how you want your online materials to work for your students. And so we'll look at that in a minute. And just a reminder that all of the upcoming professional development, which will consist of these videos, which I will house in the BCC High School Programs D2L shell, and I'll email them to you as well. And also the workshops that I'm facilitating on March 16th and 17th. They are general pedagogy, especially focusing on online pedagogy, and also concurrent enrollment student-related strategies. If you need instruction specifically related to the content you'll be delivering to students as a Front Range instructor, you see all the contact information I have up here. Faculty leads, those instructors who help concurrent enrollment instructors in public speaking, English, criminal justice, and psych, you know who your direct contacts are. ASE instructors, construction instructors, welding instructors, if you have specific, and others I'm not naming right now, early childhood ed, you may know who your contact is. If you don't know who your faculty lead contact is, please let me know. Otherwise, most people are going to be working with Jim Vernon. He has most of the concurrent enrollment courses. This would be all the business classes, all the CIS, CWB, CSC, finance, marketing, economics. So if you're in that department and you need content-specific information, if you need extra assistance there, contact Jim. Kathleen Heffley is over most of the humanities courses, ASL, English, and so if you need help with those classes, MGD, contact Kathleen for content specific, or if you know who your faculty lead is, contact that person. And then Jennifer Lowski is over math. And I know that Kathleen has scheduled a training on campus for Monday the 16th. I've heard Jennifer has scheduled something. I'm not sure how that's being delivered. So just wanted to remind you about your discipline-specific contacts. And if you're not sure who that is, please let me know and I will get that information for you, even if they're at a different campus than Boulder County campus. Remember, if you need help with your Front Range email, you can call the IT service desk at 303-678-3710, and they can help you get access to your Front Range email. I'm doing my best to forward everything both to your Front Range email and your district email. And I'll show you the eWolf login page, but I want to remind you that if you're having any trouble logging into eWolf, you do have the ability to reset your password at that login page, and I'll show you that momentarily. And one last reminder that if you need to chat with me about your specific plan for delivering concurrent enrollment course instruction, I'd be happy to chat with you to talk about what would work best for the assignments you have yet to give to students, the way in which you would feel most comfortable delivering content, whether that is lecture style or you want to make it more interactive. We can talk about all of those things. So very quickly, let's go to a browser so I can show you. This is the eWolf login page. Remember, you can reset your password here if you're having trouble logging into eWolf, so you'll need your S number. And then you'll have to remember some of the security questions that you set up. I mean, you'll have to remember the answers to your security questions, but that's how you can reset your password there. And really quickly, I want to show you a couple of resources that are in D2L. So when you first log into D2L, you come to a page that looks like this. This is the announcements page that is managed by folks on campus. And you'll notice that the FRCC resources and tech support These are in a banner across every page in D2L, no matter where you are inside D2L. So you can see there's a direct link to the Virtual Instructional Design Center. That's where we're going to go next, but you'll see that it's also here. So if you happen to come to resources, FRC resources, and click instructor resources, you'll see there's a link to it here. So there's a lot of duplication and redundancy in learning management systems, and you'll probably end up doing some of the same things for your students. So there are multiple ways for them to access what you need them to access. The D2L instructor tutorials, I'm going to click there first to remind you that if you come into the tutorial shell, you'll need to go to course materials, then content. You'll be taken to the table of contents, and it's organized in 3 sections. Course materials, it expands to these items. Activities expands to checklists, assignments, discussions, groups, quizzes. So if you need any tutorials on those specific D2L tools, please use the tutorial there for more specific answers to questions you have. I can help with those things as well, but want to remind you that these tutorials are available to you. And then under progress, there's grades, attendance, class progress, and rubrics. Okay, also information on course administration. So you can do a little bit of reading to help yourself figure out how to use these tools. Additionally, Instructional Design has set up a new shell, preparing to move your course online. It's not completed. You'll see that on the message page it says it's under construction. But I want to let you know that, again, if you go to course materials and content will be the page where you put a lot of your course materials for your students as well, readings and links to things you want them to read. So I want you to see that there's a Start Here button, and it's giving some general tips for thinking through how you want to transition your material online. So I think this is a good starting point for you, and I'll cover some of this information in some upcoming videos. I think that's all I need to say to you for now. I want to make these videos short and sweet, and I hope you have learned something in this first introduction video, and the next video 2 will be about making some choices for which tools align best with the assignments in your teaching style. So stay tuned for video 2. Talk to you soon.